Hi there, and welcome to Wearing Wednesdays. Today I'm going to show you the different parts of an adjustable buckle carrier. So this individual carrier is by Baby, and there's many similar carriers on the marketplace that allow you to adjust the carrier to be used from infancy without an insert. So, firstly, you'll often find that the top part of the panel has like a flap, and it could look different on different types of carriers, but most have this adjustable flap. So that number one can extend the length of the panel as the baby gets older, but number two can shorten the panel for when baby will be world facing or is a little bit smaller. And furthermore, some carriers, you could even flip that panel on the inside of the carrier to offer more head and neck support for your little one during the smaller stages. You'll often find a hood that's either detachable or tucks into a little pocket. And sometimes the way that you roll that hood and tuck it, it could also offer an additional piece of head and neck support in the upper part of the panel. Okay. So the one thing that many families that I work with don't know is that on the back part of a carrier, we have our chest clip. I'm actually going to do this up here. There we go. One and two. Okay, so the back part of our carrier, and any buckle carrier, will have a chest clip. And many families that I work with do not know that this chest clip actually is movable, which means that you could raise it and lower it so that it sits appropriately on the part of your back that is going to be optimal for baby carrying. So I've talked about this in a previous video, but I want to remind you here that you want this chest clip to not be up at the base of your neck. You want it to be in the middle. So instead of coming up like an A, right, it's going to be like an H around your chest. And the way that you achieve that is that you can move these straps up and down the shoulder. You can move this clip up and down the shoulder straps so that it sits appropriately on the part of your back that is going to square it off and be in the H position. So that little piece of adjustability, many families do not know about. It's typically on a slider. It could be clasps or buttons, but it is typically on a slider. So many families don't know about that. And oftentimes when I make adjustments during class, aside from the waist strap, which we've talked about, I am adjusting this part of your carrier so that it sits square at your back. It really opens up your chest, and we're not really doing all the carrying like this. So the other part of adjustability that many carriers, structured carriers, have now are the option for a world facing. So for Baby, we like to say gray for away. So it means that when you want to switch your baby from facing towards you to facing out, you do often need to change the width of the panel. So you need to usually make it more narrow. And that's so that we're not separating baby's legs. Baby's legs are coming in, not far out. So that's another piece of adjustability. And again, some carriers look different. So Baby is 2 buttons, there's sliders, there's Velcro. I've seen different ways, but adjusting the width of the panel is very important when you opt for world facing or when the baby is a little bit smaller in some cases as well. So adjustability for world facing is done usually in the middle piece of the carrier here. So the other cool thing that a lot of buckle carrier companies are coming out with now is the option to use the buckle carrier from the newborn phase, so usually around 7 pounds, without needing an insert. And the way that they do that is that they change the width of the panel. So by changing the width of the panel, you make it more narrow for littler legs. And then as baby grows, you widen the panel. So the cool part about that is, again, some carriers have Velcro, some carriers have buttons with straps in place. So this is just another piece of adjustability that you could get familiar with your carrier. So there's lots of different parts to a buckle carrier, and so it's really important to take your carrier out of the package, check out the manufacturer's guidelines, and see how your carrier is adjustable. That's all for now. Adios.